What's the scariest thing you've ever heard? Was it the wind whistling from outside of your window? Was it the haunting growls of thunder during an ominous rainstorm?
Hello, everybody. This is Ella Airplane back with some sweet, sweet Fallout New Vegas magic. Thank you for tuning in. I'm super excited to be playing this game. I just been waiting like days to do this again because it had so much fun the last time. I was just like, okay, can't wait to be put on the schedule so I can stream again. I'm just super stoked. Let's get into this. I will talk. Hey Haley, what's up girl? Thank you for tuning in. Hope you guys can hear me. Nice computer. Using the screen. Awesome. Oh, here comes the producer. Getting it up. Producer is Elgato Audio Magic. Okay, let's see. Continue for your last game. Alright, let's do it. Super stoked. Let me just get back in my chair. You guys can see a little bit of my face on the end of the screen. You don't really need to see my face as much as you need to see the screen. So. Hello. Okay. So, let us look at our Pip-Boy and remember exactly what we were doing. I have a terrible memory. Say, offer to help Ringo deal with the powder gangers. Yes, let's deal with the powder gangers. Oh, I was fine with that. Thank you, producer. I'm fine with the end of the screen. That's what I wanted. There we go. You can see me pretty good now. Like I said earlier, you don't need to see me as much as the screen. Just know that I'm a real person. So, let's go find Ringo and deal with the powder gangers. Sha. Oh, hey, Lord. Hey, beautiful. How's it hanging? How's it going? So, Ringo is held up in the Poseidon Energy gas station. Ooh, let's get us some Sunset Sarsaparilla. Yes. So good. The best sarsaparilla I've ever had was in Escalante, Utah at the Kiva Coffee. I forgot what it's called. Kiva Coffee Hut or something like that. I'm sure I butchered it, but they had the best sarsaparilla. I don't even remember what brand. I think it was like a local brand.
Who are you, and what do you want with me? Sorry about the gun. You just caught me off guard, that's all. We got off to a bad start. What say we start over with a friendly game of Caravan? You know how to play? Yeah, he doesn't look very tough, though. I hear he's afraid I'll shoot him down from one of the windows when I see him. And he's right. I'll have a much bigger problem once his friends show up. There's no way I could handle all of them in a gunfight. I'm gonna lay low for as long as I can. So the town doesn't throw me to the wolves. I've got no chance against the gang on my own.
Oh man, I used to watch my dad play old school Nintendo. and he would play some kind of castle game, and he, oh my god, he got so addicted to this game, he actually would take off work just to play it. That was good times, good times. I never figured out what game it was that he was playing, but he was addicted to it. Maybe I can help. Yeah, I'm gonna help him.
We just end up sharing the same grave if it's just the two of us. Now, if some of the other people in town were also on board...
You don't think I can handle myself in a fight?
Actually.
Right?
Who's gonna watch my back while I'm watching yours? Start with Sunny Smiles. She's been friendlier than most around here.
Well, while we're here, let's go ahead and get some supplies. Like I said earlier, or the last stream, I'm a pack rat. That's where I get all my supplies. I'm a scavenger. I'm just looking for the good stuff. Doctor's bag, yeast. I'm sure all this belonged to him. Turpentine. I'm sure I could use that stuff somehow, but like I said, I'm more of just a scavenger. I'm not really a creator, you know? That's what I love about this game. You don't have to like create anything. I hate Fallout 4. You have to like build a town or help a settlement and like create a vault and things like that. I've never been about that. The only time I got really into it was when I had the DLC in Skyrim and I made my house, I adopted a kid, did all that kind of fun stuff, and then after I did all that, I was like, okay, well, I did all I can do here. Oh, I woke him up for no good reason.
So what's going on? Did Sunny agree? Oh. Well, I don't want to make a move until she's with us.
I do have another kid. There was a little girl who sold me flowers in Solitude, maybe? If you ever played Skyrim, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I had a husband, and he was a mage. And he would always end up fighting a giant that was like outside the house, so just be laughing about it. Good times, good times. I like to think he's still out there with our child 10 years later. I think it's been 10 years since Skyrim's come out. But I didn't start playing it until 2013. I think it came out in 2012. So I think my real life husband is jealous. I'll have another kid eventually, one day. In the near future, maybe? I don't know. We'll think about it. We'll think about it. Right now, I'm trying to help Ringo, you know? I'm trying to help this man out. Got the powder gangers after him. That's rough. That's rough life. Let's see, I think she's... Let's see if I can help. This is a fun quest. I remember this quest. It's a good time. Can't steal any. Like I said, you guys, I'm trying to do this the right way. I'm trying to keep my karma. Trying to keep it intact. Not trying to get on anybody's bad side. But I will wake up everybody. If I can remember right, this guy's kind of like, oh, I'm not going to help you, but you can buy some dynamite if you want it.
You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office. I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even got some weapon mods and special ammo. Well worth the caps if you ask me. If you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section. They're not great, but you get what you pay for.
Chet, tell me about weapon mods. What makes their game good? What do you know about the situation with the powder gangers?
If Ringo doesn't head out on his own,
I'm sorry, I'm talking
I think
like
we
that.
should
I'm
hand
sure
him
my
over.
character doesn't
Town
sound
shouldn't
like
get itself mixed into the problem. Don't mistake
cool.
that for coward talk.
Do you know
We're a
about
town of
the
survivors. We'll fight tooth and nail if pushed, but we don't go looking for trouble.
Oh, whoa! Show me what you have for sale. Show me what you have for sale.
The leader was a New Vegas type. Typical city boy. He had a bunch of Great Khans with him, probably hired guns. The Great Khans normally stay in their own territory way up northwest, on account of them being enemies with the NCR. Twice. Both times I drank a lot of liquor and lost most of my caps at the card tables. In that order, now that I think about it.
Man,
If
I've
you
done
ever
that
get to New
before in real
Vegas,
life.
be sure to visit Gomorrah. It's the best casino in the city. You won't regret it. Word of advice: behave. Between the NCR military police and Mr. House's robots, you don't want to be causing trouble on the strip.
I'd like to know
I'm
about
afraid I don't know
Mr.
much
House,
myself. Mr. House has got his own casino, Lucky 38, but nobody goes in or out except his robots. The other casinos follow Mr. House's rules, so I guess that makes him the leader of New Vegas. As far as I know, nobody's ever laid eyes on the guy. I think that robot who pulled you out of the dirt belongs to Mr. House. If Mr. House is looking after you, it's got to be a good thing, right?
Yeah, or maybe.
They're tough sons of bitches. Mean, but not crazy. They'll leave you alone unless you got something they want. The Great Khans deal in illegal chems. There's a good chance that most chems you come across were made by Great Khans.
I don't think I ever had a problem with the Khans, the Great Khans. I think they kind of keep to themselves. You know, they make drugs in the desert. I mean, come on. They're just doing their thing. I never had a problem with them. I remember, in this game, we'll come across their camp and they're just like, hey, what are you doing? So, they're actually kind of okay in my book.
Can do.
Anyways, let's buy some stuff. We have 221 caps. Heyo. Let's see if we can sell some things. Carton of cigarettes, a finance footboard, vision battery, a hammer, book, mantis forelegs, yeast. Like I said, keep all your aid, especially in this game. Good God. Hey, baby! Yeah! Haha! Love. Okay. Sorry, guys. Got distracted by a really cute baby that I made. Okay, that's it. That's all I care about. But let us see what we can buy. All about the AIDS. Stim packs are so expensive in this game, but they're so important. They're so important to have. So important. So I'm gonna give me some stim packs. I have 64 caps left. Go ahead and get some purified water. Yeah. I didn't even think about getting, we're gonna weekend. We'll do it. We're good. We're good. You know, we'll make it
Pleasure
last.
doing
We'll do what
business
we
with
gotta
you.
do. Actually, I should have got some dynamite.
Can do.
Let me see. Because we might need that dynamite. Like I said, I think you need it for your quest. I don't think. Let me get that, and then I'll sell something. What can we sell? What can we sell? You can always sell your drugs. That's for sure. I don't want to sell my drugs. I appreciate my drugs. Actually, I don't even have any drugs, so there's that. Super stim pack, nope. Oh, it's my whiskey, my wine. Ooh. Still not enough. Oh, my goodness. I don't want to sell any things. It's all important to me, like I said, I'm a pack rat. Don't want to sell the stealth boy. It's important. If I had to sell things, I guess it's gonna be the meats. Ooh, Salisbury steak. I'm about to cry, you guys. I'm sure there's somebody out there that's going like, oh yeah, I'll just sell my Xander root. I don't even need it. There's a better way to do that. And I'm sure there is. But guess what? You're not here to tell me about it. Huh? Drop me a comment. Tell me how you play this game. And I'll listen. Or maybe I won't. I don't know. Try me. Welcome to my world. Okay.
Pleasure doing business with you. Take it easy now.
Goodbye, Chet. Probably put my gun up. Okay. Let's get Sunny a ring. Be like, yo girl, that Ringo guy, he's in trouble. We need to help him out. It's important.
Hi there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while longer? Say no more. I'm in.
Oh, that was easy. Oh, that's exactly what... You see, I am my character. I said it, and then guess what? The option came up. So,
Joe Cobb talks about leaving us alone
see
if we
that?
hand
Did
over
you see
Ringo.
that?
But I know
am
his type.
this game.
He and his friends will come after the town eventually. However, between you, me, and Ringo, we aren't exactly a force to be reckoned with. A lot of people around here look up to Trudy.
Who's up here?
If you could convince Trudy to join us, some of the folks in town might decide to help out as well. I know Easy Pete's got a stock of dynamite somewhere, and Chet just got a shipment of leather armor we could borrow. Talk to them as well.
Fix me some grape juice.
Finally, there's a good chance we'll all end up with extra holes in us. So if Doc Mitchell could cough up some extra stim packs, that'd be great.
I don't remember saying it like that. Do you guys remember me saying like that? Nope. Okay, so I can enlist the help of Trudy. I can convince Chet to open his store's stock into the town, acquire Easy Pete's dynamite. I do have dynamite, so maybe I could just cut that out, but we'll see. I'm trying to make it to where, so our goal is to not let Ringo die, because I'm pretty sure you can do this quest and Ringo will die. And you're just kind of like, oh, okay, well, that fucking sucked. Excuse my French, but yeah, let's do what we can do, you guys, because we need all the experience we can get and all the supplies before we start to venture out of Good Springs, because if you played this game before, you know what's up. It's a hard life. Wild Wild West, Fallout style. Let's go.
A silver tongue would help. Convincing Trudy that we had a good plan to win the fight would also help. I don't think give is in Chet's vocabulary. Even with the town at stake, he'd still make you barter with him.
That's what I meant by his being greedy, pumpkin cheaty.
Easy Pete's pretty protective of his dynamite. You'd have to convince him you know a thing or two about explosives before you handed it over.
Ringo was the best beetle. I don't know. Now I feel weird saying that, actually. I think George was. Between George and Paul. George was unproblematic. And Paul, you know, hey, he's like Justin Timberlake. He never dies.
Sure can. Take the road southeast out of town till it hits the freeway. Premise the town with a roller coaster straight south. Can't miss it.
That's right.
NCR patrols do a good job of keeping the highway clear. But I'd keep your gun where you can reach it easily. You never know who you'll run into. Off the road, you'll probably start running into hostile wildlife. My advice would be to stick to the highway when you can.
Mm-hmm.
Not in Good Springs, no. But if you're up for a little scavenging, there's always the schoolhouse. Most of what's in there is junk, but there's this old safe that even Easy Pete wasn't able to crack with dynamite. If you want to take a shot at it, take these. If the lock's too much for you to handle, reading through the magazine might give you the edge you need. You'll need those to pick the lock. Be careful, though. Put too much pressure on them, and they'll snap. Oh. Well, go ahead and keep the stuff I gave you anyway. It'll be more useful to you than me.
Check me out.
I hunt geckos mostly. The meat's pretty good, and I can always find a buyer for the hides. I also help keep the town clear of rad scorpions and coyotes. Not many people live in Good Springs, so wildlife is always creeping in. Sure, what do you want to know? Southeast of here is Prim. Can't miss it. Since it has the giant old roller coaster right in the middle of town. The NCR's got an outpost there. If you follow the road north, you'll eventually hit Sloan and Quarry Junction. They mine rocks or something, but I heard they got troubles lately. I wouldn't head that direction if I were you, though. Got critters up there that don't take kindly to getting shot.
She's talking about the Death Claws, and if you've ever played this game, heyo! It's crazy.
The New California Republic. Bunch of settlers and soldiers coming in from the west, fixing on making Nevada their own. They can be right pushy, but the roads are safer because of them, so I tend to let it go. Not that I got a choice.
Hey, it's either them or the Legion. And if it's the Legion, sweetheart, well, you know.
Well, the wildlife for one thing, rowdy locals for another. They're protecting their own. Just happens to help us. They've been holding off this other group from the east, too.
Mm-hmm.
Got a funny name. Call themselves Caesar's Legion. Never seen them in these parts, so I couldn't tell you much. I hear rumors, that's about it. Supposedly they keep slaves and they got some real nasty ways of killing folks. But maybe that's just something folks in the NCR cooked up to make themselves seem more useful here. Less uninvited. Around here, mostly coyotes and geckos. The coyotes are pretty dangerous in large packs, but otherwise they're nothing to really worry about. The geckos aren't too tough, but they've got a nasty bite. I've heard about bigger, nastier versions out in the wasteland, but I've never seen them. Stick to the roads when you can, and steer clear of the hills north of Good Springs. The critters up there are big and poisonous. If you want to know anything else, just ask.
All right.
I'll be waiting.
Well, we know what we got. Oh, like I said, I'm not gonna steal anything. I'm always, like, gonna go steal things, and I just remember, I'm like, oh no, I said that I was gonna be a good girl this game. So I'm gonna remember to be a good girl. Get out of here. Actually, never mind, I think Trudy was where I needed to be.
Hey there.
Okay. Let's find some people. He's not gonna give us anything, I know, but we can just ask and see what he says. Now that we have the option. Ugh.
You looking to buy some supplies?
Nope.
Now just hold on. I never voted to take on the Powder Gangers. That's a 1,000 cap investment you're talking about.
Oh. If I could level up my barter.
Look, you're bringing this on yourselves. There's no way I'm getting involved. But hey, I'm sure you can buy what you need.
If I can level up my
Take it easy now.
barter, then I could probably convince him, but I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna be tough. Let me see. It's not what I needed. Sorry, you guys. Okay. I hate trying to do things at night. Actually, no. There's a lot of things that works better at night, but I'm trying to talk to people. I mean, come on. So, where's Easy Pete? He's usually in front. Oh, check me out. I forgot what it looked like. I don't remember how to look myself. Whoa! Aren't I cool? Bam! And I don't look like Jennifer Lawrence. I look like... Well, I don't know. But, hey, I don't look like Jennifer Lawrence, and that is amazing. But he's usually sitting right there. What the heck? Okay. We'll see. That might be him right there.
Howdy.
Howdy.
What can Easy Pete do for you?
I hear you've got dynamite. It would help us beat the Powder Gangers.
Too dangerous.
Why don't you
I want to kill
speak? Shout out
if
to
I let you touch it. Better to leave it buried. Safer that way.
Look. Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Guess you know what you're doing. I'll go dig it up and get it ready. You'll have it by the time the fighting starts.
Didn't people...
The one in the
I like
fancy
asking
suit seemed to be
about
calling
love
the
and
shots.
'cause you
As
know,
much
you
as
learn
I know.
different things.
Other folks in
Each
town
time.
might know more. Word of advice, though, if you ever catch up with him, watch out. The man's got cold eyes like a snake. Can't be trusted, I'd say.
What do you know about Joe Cobb?
Bad trouble.
That's helpful.
Welcome.
Why are you called Easy?
Was a prospector until I decided to settle here to get away from the NCR. Now we'll just take it easy and help out with the Brahmin and Bighorners. Nah. Means I poke
Okay,
through
well then
old
I'm a
buildings
prospector.
looking for working tech and such. Some folks just call it salvaging, but never liked the term. Way I see it, salvage means it's broken, near worthless. Me, I look for the good stuff. Guns, chems, spare parts. Good money in it. Nope. Had a pretty good claim once, way out east by the river, but got run off by raiders. Eventually got too old to keep going out.
What's wrong with the NCR?
Don't get me wrong. The NCR's got a lot of decent folk in it. It's just that they make you part of them whether you like it or not. Towns like Good Springs and Prim don't stay independent for long. Not if you've got something the NCR wants. Still, the NCR keeps the Legion away.
It's true. The Legion is no joke.
They're slavers, led by a guy named Caesar, or Caesar. Not sure how you're supposed to say it. A couple of years ago, they tried to take over Hoover Dam, but the NCR beat them back. The NCR didn't or couldn't finish the job, though. The Legion's got its strength back and is getting ready for another round at the dam. My money's still on the NCR winning, but you never know. We've been hearing stories about legionaries on the Nevada side of the river, so keep a gun handy. You don't want to get caught by them.
You sure don't. Good God.
The dam powers a lot of New Vegas, and then there's all that
Think we
clean
all know
water
what I'm
lying
gonna
in
do
Lake
in the
Mead,
end.
too. Anybody who owns the dam owns
There's
the
only one
territory.
person who needs to be in control of Hoover Dam. And it's not Easy Pete.
Meat and hide, mostly. Can't put a pack on them. You just lay down until you take it off. Can find a bunch of wild ones high up in the hills, but gotta be careful around them. They can put up a decent fight if cornered. The machine? Harmless, no matter what Trudy says. She thinks it's hiding something, but I think it's just a broken down relic with no place to be. Keep your gun handy if you go poking around some of the abandoned places around here, like the schoolhouse. Critters move in there sometimes.
Alright, so we did that. Let's see if we can convince old Trudy to help out
So
the
you're
cause.
planning on taking on Joe Cobb's gang. It's a big risk, but I suppose you have to do what you think is right.
Shoot.
All the more reason for me to sit this one out. I'll be rooting for you, though. No, thank you. Good luck with your, ambush.
Oh no. I need to
Be
level
careful
up.
out there.
I need to level up my stuff,
Howdy.
you guys. So I can convince Trudy and Chet to help. Because I mean there's a possibility that I can get through without without help from those two, but I mean you have a higher chance of saving Ringo
Hey there.
if you get more help. So, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I need to figure it out, I guess. I forgot what I did the first time. Let's see. Oh, can't read it. It's going too fast. Almost help Trudy. Convince Chet to open the store. Doc Mitchell. Okay, maybe I can get Doc Mitchell to help me out. I think he's up there. I'm afraid of schools. Schools are traumatizing, especially when you spend like the majority of the beginning of your life in a school. It's like prison. It's kind of like PTSD almost. You get it? PTSD from the school.
Welcome back. I had hoped you wouldn't need to come see me again so soon. What can I do for you?
Doc, I need your help.
Seems like wherever I go, it's always the same. Folks just never leave each other alone. Oh, I'm not much good in a fight with my bum leg. And my supplies are scarce, but I'll give you what I can spare.
Doc's such a good mood.
Don't look like nothing too serious. Let me patch you up.
Shit, never mind.
Suit yourself. Sure.
I don't think I have any money. I spent all my monies. But now we can fast travel to Good Springs. So if we do need supplies, we can just fast travel and come get some supplies.
Well, I already told you I came from a vault. After that, I was a traveling doctor for a spell. It seemed like a good idea at the time. Most folks out here ain't educated, so people with medical know-how are hard to come by. I found that I could help a lot of people with what I knew, and that was all right with me. Eventually, I went back and married my childhood sweetheart, and that was the end of my traveling days. Didn't miss it none then. Still don't. Well, ain't we all, right? That was a long time ago. I don't pay it much mind anymore. This here's Good Springs, named after the water we got here, just down the road to the southeast. Good Springs Source, they call it. It's a quiet town, and that's how we like it. We don't go looking for trouble, though occasionally it sees fit to come looking for us.
What else can you tell me?
Well, there's a general store just up the road, run by a fella named Chet. He don't got nothing fancy, but he's got your basics covered. If you're looking to wet your whistle, just past Chet's is the Prospector Saloon. The bartender there, Trudy, knows everyone in town. Other than that, there's not much to see. Just people trying to scratch out a living. Well, there's a general store just up...
Okay, I'm sorry. I probably didn't need to hit that, but... I've already asked all this.
You take care now.
You take care, Doc. You take care out there, down in that area, down there, in that area, down there. Michelle's listening to me. She's watching me stream right now. Hey, Michelle. Well, she can see the top of my head.